It's just under a month before the regular season starts in the NBA. There are so many storylines in the league right now that'll get you excited and ready for the new season. This video series is called the NBA Rundown, where I give you the ins, the outs, the ups and downs in the association. This will be the second season of this series, and the interest level it receives will determine if I choose to continue the series in the future. In this episode, I'll discuss the Jimmy Butler situation in Minnesota, a future Hall of Famer coming back for one more year, and a key injury that could jeopardize some progress at the start of the season. The Phoenix Suns are a team with a ton of young talent, but they are still in the process of learning how to win games. Getting off to a good start will be very important for this young team. But bad news hit this team a couple of weeks ago as their best and most important player, Devin Booker, had surgery on his right hand that will have him on the shelf for around 6 weeks. That time frame could have him missing at least the first week of the regular season, which is not really the worst thing in the world. But with this team, who have lost so many games over the last 5 years, early losses could have a big impact, and it could be another long season for the Suns. And I believe there was a chance that head coach Igor Kokoskov would have put Devin Booker at the point guard position. After they traded Brandon Knight and now Booker being hurt, the Suns have the worst point guard situation in the league. They just need a point guard. This team needs to be on the phone every day trying to make a deal for a starting caliber point guard. Players like Patrick Beverley and Spencer Dinwiddie are realistic targets that the Suns could trade for. They have to find a point guard as soon as possible, or this will be the start of another 50-loss season. It's gone from bad to worse in Minnesota, and it was only a couple of months ago when this team made their first playoff appearance in 14 years. Now it looks like one of the best players on the team just can't stand playing with two of the young stars on the team. I knew the Timberwolves should have addressed this situation earlier than they did. At this point, you know over the last couple of days, Andrew Wiggins, his brother, Jimmy Butler, and even Steven Jackson have went back and forth throwing shots at each other on social media. It's done nothing but make the situation even worse than it was before. Jimmy Butler don't like playing with Towns and Wiggins, and Towns and Wiggins don't like playing with Jimmy Butler. Plain and simple. You already know that Butler will definitely not resign with Minnesota next summer. If you're holding out hope that he will, then you're delusional. The writing is already on the wall. Butler wants to play in a big city with veteran players, and it's hard to gauge what the Timberwolves could get for Jimmy Butler in a trade at this point. Even though there are rumors of him wanting to be traded to the Nets, Knicks, or the Clippers, I believe it will be another team that will take a chance on him. Just like with Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. Those two ended up being traded to teams that reportedly wasn't on the list. Don't be surprised if a team like the Miami Heat pull off a blockbuster trade. Pat Riley has a reputation of making things happen. If there's any team that needs to take a chance on a superstar, it's the Miami Heat. Training camp starts next week, and even though Tom Thibodeau don't want to trade Butler, he will have no choice because it seemed that Karl Anthony Towns will not sign an extension until Butler is out of Minnesota. And I believe there's even a chance that Tom Thibodeau could resign and move on. His mindset is win now, and he knows he needs Butler on the team to have a chance to compete in the playoffs. We'll see how long it takes this team to come to their senses and do what they should have did earlier this summer. After months of speculation, Dwyane Wade finally announced that he will be back for his 16th and final season. It was only right for Wade to give the fans one last opportunity to appreciate greatness. Personally, D-Wade is one of my favorite players, and in my opinion, will go down as the third best shooting guard of all time. Wade said he never wanted a farewell tour, but he wanted to treat the fans who have supported him and enjoyed his play on the court for the last 15 years. One last dance. From a kid making clutch shots in his rookie year.
Handle Wade out in front.
Game one will be decided right here. Wade puts it up. It's good.
Yeah, baby. Came through. Yes. Stan Van Gundy went to the rookie and he delivered.
The rookie Dwyane Wade has has given Dwyane a dramatic Game 1 victory.
To winning his first championship and ending his career in Miami, the way it should be. Even though LeBron James is the best player in Miami Heat history, Dwyane Wade is the most beloved. And it all started in 2003 when the Heat drafted him 5th overall. The 36-year-old is a 3-time NBA champ, 12-time All-Star, and is the Miami Heat's career leader in points, assists, steals, and games played. It was definitely an exciting ride, and all NBA fans should appreciate this future Hall of Famer for one last time.
I feel it's right to ask you guys to join me for one last dance, for one last season. This is it. God giving this game everything that I have, and I'm happy about that. And I'm gonna give it for one last season, everything else I have left. And when I walk away, I'm still gonna love it. I'm still gonna wanna play it. I'm still gonna miss the playoff moments. I'm still gonna miss the crowd cheering my name. I'm still gonna miss 20,000 booing for me. I said booing for me because that's what they're doing. But I ask y'all, let's enjoy it. Let's have some joy through this last season. Let's push this young team over the hump. And let's write our own story to the end of this career together. Together. Season 1-6. Internally, we call it Sweet 16. It's coming to an arena real soon.
I've been here when So left, been here when Shaq left, been here when LJ left. You know, Brian Grant, Eddie Jones, but Dwyane is unique.
It's the best basketball I've seen him play since the finals. I mean, he's unbelievable. He's doing everything, getting to the line, making outside shots. He's defending, he's rebounding.
I think shutting it down for the rest of the season was the best decision that he's made, because now you see the results of him being 100%.
Bringing a guy that averages 25 points a game coming off the bench, I mean, no one has that in this tournament.
He's been amazing. D's been playing with an unbelievable bounce. Obviously, we talk all the time. I watched their game the other night and just hit him, and was like, good to see you out there, you know, moving the way that you're moving, and looks like he's having fun.
Man, I love him, man, because he was a vicious competitor. He's vicious, you know, he's mean, and we could have those type of battles, and then afterwards hang out and have a conversation and lace him up and go right back at it. So, you know, I enjoy competing against him. The hardest player I've ever had to guard on the screen roll. He'd come off the screen and just disappear.